For Shiruba Springs Hole 6, if you do not have a very good driver, I suggest you use a Titan or a Power 4 ball if your driver is not very good. An EM8 should work okay. I would still use a Power 3 ball with it, just to put yourself in a safe spot to get over this little fairway in a headwind. So here we are doing a plus 10% over adjustment. Since it is a pretty much of a type of headwindish type of wind, I'm using a little bit of overpower and then about a ball of curl to the left. As you can see, I needed a little bit more overpower to not clip the rough, but here I did clip the rough. A Power 3 ball though will make it easier for you on the second shot. For the second shot, if you are if you don't have to bounce over, it's going to play at a -20. Here, I usually just play 1-to-1 to bounce over, and be careful with the bounce over though. The fairway is a little glitchy, and sometimes your ball will take off on you. So I did use a little bit of overpower because it was a headwind, and all I'm attempting to do is just to get it up near the fairway or the green for an easy chip or a putt into the hole. So when you do have a straight tailwind, there's two ways that you can play it. Here's the first way. You can do the basically the bounce over shot. You're going to do full left spin, about 5 to 6, basically max top spin, and put your blue ring halfway into the rough with an extra mile. I believe it's your red ring is going to be next to the rough. You're going to adjust your shot and then do about a ball to a ball and a half of curl depending on the angle of the wind. This is where a Power 3 ball actually comes in handy. It is doable with a Power 2, but if you get a headwind here, you're going to have to use overpower and maybe just do the rough bump to get yourself to the hole. So here I played at a -10% because I wasn't far enough up, and it usually plays at a -20% if you're further up. And this is where a Power 3 ball comes in handy because it would allow me to have more room to work with, and I would have played it at a -20. So here I did pull into a little bit of overpower, and I used a little bit of overpower just to make sure I didn't clip that rough. And then you're basically just trying to get your ball to the hole at this point. So I would highly suggest playing with the Titan. It just gives you a little bit more room and helps you in that process. So here is another way to play a tailwind. It will work with an extra mile 8. And I'm not sure about a Thor 5 or 6 because you do want the top spin. So if you don't have the top spin, use a Power 3 ball. If you have about a 5-mile-an-hour wind, you're going to need a Power 3 ball to get it to go over the rough. It's a 10% over adjustment, push up to max, and then full overpower, and you're going to bounce off the fairway and then roll through the rough and out to the other side. So if your wind isn't above 8 miles an hour, use a Power 3 because I have stopped into the rough before. For the second shot here, I did play at a -20% since I was further up. You're going to play at the slider of your club. It usually takes about 4 bars of backspin to 3 to 4 bars of side spin to the left, and you're just going to aim your ball to the hole. But what I forgot that we used to do in the tournament is we aimed left edge of the cup. So just remember that you actually want to aim your shot to the left edge of the cup and not at the hole. And remember guys, hit perfect. Happy golfing.